June 19th, 2020. It started off as an ordinary day for a group of teenagers in Seattle, Washington. As the temperatures rose into the 80s, the teens decided to get out of the house and go on an adventure that led them to Alki Beach in West Seattle. Within the group was TikTok user Ugg Henry, who would record the events that unfolded that day, as he had done many times before. Only this time, the events he would witness and record would change his life forever. Eventually, they had made their way over to Alki Beach Pier, a fairly popular tourist spot in the area, which was surrounded by large rocks on either side of the shore. The water was calm, and the tides had retreated, which revealed something strange to the group. A lone black suitcase lying flat amongst the rocks. There's no telling how many people had noticed it too, on their walks onto the pier, and simply walked by. But for Henry, the mysterious suitcase was prime content for his video, and so he decided to hop over the barrier onto the large rocks and record his friend opening the suitcase.
Bro, wait, open it. Open it. It stinks, y'all.
It washed off.
Oh. Oh.
Immediately after the suitcase was opened, a harsh smell filled the air, with each member of the group complaining about the strong stench. Along with this, inside the suitcase was yet another bag, and though they couldn't see through it, they had their suspicions on what it could be, with their two guesses being either spoiled food or a body. And according to the video that Henry would later post, their second guess turned out to be correct. Now, upon watching this video for the first time, I immediately questioned how real it actually was, especially when I saw that it was captioned with the hashtag murder. But with only the slightest bit of digging, I quickly realized that this video was in fact very real.
Now it is back there across this popular recreation path on those rocks where police recovered human remains on Friday.
That day, police would discover that within the suitcase were the remains of an unidentified murder victim, a victim who had been cut up into pieces, put inside multiple bags, and thrown into the water, with search teams eventually finding other bags in the area that included human remains. As of now, it's not currently confirmed whether these remains are all from the same person or from multiple others, but it seems that the assumption as of now is that this is just one victim. This group had literally stumbled upon a cut-up corpse, and they had recorded the entire thing. The teens would later report that it took cops over 3 hours to get to the scene, and in the meantime the water had rose and lifted up the suitcase, revealing some of its contents. They didn't go into detail as to what exactly they saw, as it was too disturbing to discuss, but it certainly leaves a lot to the imagination. It was a gruesome discovery, and one that would likely haunt these teenagers forever, especially once the virality of this story dies down. But there's one more strange detail of this case, one that will be the focus of the remainder of this video. When these teenagers went out for their summer adventure, it wasn't them who decided to head to that specific location. As it turns out, they were sent there. At the beginning of the video, a caption appears on the screen saying, "Randonautica sent us to this part of the beach, and we found this black suitcase." It was something that I didn't focus on at first, and it's easy to gloss over considering how shocking the rest of the video is. But this detail turns out to be extremely important. It makes this case even more insane. Over the past few months, an app called Randonautica has been going viral due to its unique premise. Apparently, the app uses quantum number generators to give the user a random set of coordinates so you can travel to a brand new spot, which is always somewhere near your current location. But according to its creators, it's much more than this. They believe that our thoughts and our minds can control the environment around us. When using the app, they ask for your intentions before the trip. And it's said that when you visit these random locations, your mind manifests these intentions into real-world coincidences within your environment. It's a bit confusing, but supposedly the app puts you in a place you normally would never be in, to break you out of your supposed simulation. And doing this allows you to manifest something that you've been looking for. And normally this comes in the form of some sort of unexplainable coincidence. So for example, if you are looking for peace, then the app might lead you to a peaceful spot. The premise is interesting, and truthfully it seems very far-fetched. But as strange as it all sounds, the app has produced results that are even stranger, with our initial story being the darkest example. According to Ugg Henry, he and his friends had been using the app the morning of June 19th, and the coordinates it gave them landed directly where the suitcase had been found. The odds of that happening are astronomical, and at the very least, it's a very strange coincidence. But it's far from the only one.
Dude, what is this? It's people, right? It's flashlights, right? Why are they not talking to us when we're yelling hello? Just don't...
Because I think it's a cold.
Leave.
Yes, go.
I just went randonauting, and our intention was death. And we were on our way to the spot, and I look out my window, and there's someone laying in the gutter with their wife literally, like, on them, holding them. And so I parked and got out, and he got shot. And Darius he wrapped his jacket around the wound. And then the cops came, and we got questioned, and I just had to leave.
I find this house, and I'm like, what the fuck time vortex or alternate dimension did I go into? Because A, none of this was on my way to my destination. B, I've lived in this area my whole life, and I've never seen this. Okay, now look, are those birds? Not like real birds, but are those like fake birds?
People have reported that the app led them to murder scenes, paranormal hotspots, and places that simply shouldn't even exist. And all these findings have made me wonder if there really is any truth to this app.